Tangent Batman Origin, along with Tangent Universe explored. In the Tangent Universe, a reality modeled on the DC Universe, new characters are based on identities from the DC Universe. Dan Jurgens' concepts served as the foundation for the 1997-1998 creation of Tangent Comics, a DC Comics imprint. The line, which was comprised of numerous one-shots, concentrated on developing brand new characters, utilizing well-known DC figures like Batman, the Joker, and the Flash. Tangent Comics stands out as the only DC fifth week event to get a follow-up issue. Let us talk about Tangent Batman, or Sir William, who is a table knight condemned to pay for his transgressions. He had brown eyes and brown hair. He was a prisoner in Castle Bat, but he was able to let his spirit go and transform into Batman. Without further ado, let us explore the mysterious origins of Tangent Batman in our video today. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. What is Tangent Universe? Is it based on the DC Universe? As we all know, the Tangent Universe is a version of reality centered around the DC Universe, where characters with titles from the DC Universe are based on new ones. The appearance of superheroes or meta-humans like the original Atom, whose intervention aggravated the Cuban Missile Crisis in his universe into a constrained nuclear exchange that led to the complete annihilation of Florida, caused the Tangent Universe, like Alan Moore's Watchmen saga, to drastically diverge from our own. The Joker, whose hometown of New Atlantis right on the Georgia coast was created as a result of Florida's annihilation, owes much of his success to the devastation of Florida. The Sea Devils have been marine mutants that had rapidly evolved and developed consciousness in now underwater Florida and Georgia. The Metal Men interfered in the 1968 Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia, but the Soviet Union did not fall. It has remained a superpower to this day. The People's Republic of China was an emerging powerhouse with its own foray into the meta-human weapons race, Power Girl, just like in our own universe. The Tangent Universe is a component of Hyper-Time, a dynamic system of parallel realities built on splitting and recombining timelines as the Kingdom revealed. The Tangent Universe was named Earth 97 in both Crisis on Infinite Earths, The Compendium, and Infinite Crisis. The Green Lantern declared that the warriors had to pursue her lantern's guidance in order to escape the devastation of their planet at the hands of the turmoil in Alex Luthor's rebuilt multiverse. Two kids discovered the Green Lantern's lantern from the Tangent Universe washed ashore on a beach on New Earth at the conclusion of the tale. In issues number 9 and number 10 of the Ion Limited series, the Tangent Heroes appeared. The Tangent Universe is now referred to as Reality Earth 9 due to the multiverse's rebuilding after the events of 52. With the exception of superheroes, the realm of the Tangent Universe, or Earth Tangent, is a rather typical one. The superhero, the Atom, intervened during the Cuban Missile Crisis in a way that caused Florida to be destroyed entirely. A new metropolis called New Atlantis was established on the coast of Georgia, not far from Florida's barren wasteland. Other significant developments that resulted from this include the American victory in Vietnam in 1968, the murder of President Richard Nixon in China in 1975, and the USSR's continued status as a superpower up until 1998. In 1968, in reaction to the USSR's invasion of Czechoslovakia, the US administration established a secret military unit known as the Metal Men. In a tiny village in 1970s, the organization Night Force decided to expand its meta-human population, but the experiment only managed to save a newborn named Harvey Dent. Over time, the radiation from Florida's devastation created intelligent, mutant marine monsters known as the Sea Devils, who eventually coexisted with humans, although separately. The Flash, the Atom, and Plastic Man were among the other heroes that appeared. These heroes eventually came together to create the Secret Six, a squad that operated covertly. Tangent Universe Batman Origin. Morgan Le Fay charmed Sir William into using her sorcery to battle King Arthur. Sir William still was considered responsible even if Morgan Le Fay would have been stopped and he was unsuccessful. He was imprisoned in his fortress, the Castle Bat, and the magician Merlin cursed him for staying there until he made amends for his wrongdoings. William was eliminated from every King Arthur legend, starting with Le Morte d'Arthur as a knight who rebelled. He spent several years living alone as a result. Sir William soon learned that he could cast his spirit right into his armor and let it walk freely while carrying out good actions. This was shortly after the demise of the second atom. The Dark Knight, as Batman, had safeguarded London with his armor. Sir William was a tremendous supporter of the Secret Six and gave them access to his castle so they could fight for their independence without being spotted by Superman and his repressive government. Following their conflict, the heroes of New Earth formed an alliance, and Sir William was introduced to his New Earth counterpart. Batman was dispatched to New Earth to continue the battle throughout it. He engaged the Ultra-Humanite there, seemingly killing it. Sir William's condition is uncertain, despite the fact that there is still a glimmer of life inside the armor. Let us explore what happens in the comics in detail. Starting with Batman issue number 1, Covenant of Iron from Tangent Comics, written by Dan Jurgens and illustrated by Klaus Janson, strangely, the narrative begins in what appears to be the way of the future, and the voiceover screens are read in ancient English. The unidentified speaker is pursuing Prism, a supervillain. When the identity of the narrator is eventually revealed, it's truly a sight to witness. The villain is being pursued by a red and purple batsuit that is armored and equipped with a shield and sword, but he is unable to deter her from entering a lab and abducting a scientist. Batman faces the superpowered burglar Prism in the present day when she is still in the process of abducting Dr. Irma Ardeen at Delight Laboratories in London. Batman was startled to see Dr. Ardeen resemble Lady Tasmere even before Prism was capable of fleeing with Ardeen. Batman, who thinks Dr. Ardeen is indeed a new Lady Tasmere, flies out to save Ardeen in the expectation that doing so will end his curse. Dr. Ardeen is offered before King Cobra, the snake-themed antagonist who employs Prism, with the goal of exploiting the fact that Earth's electronics have been rendered useless by Ultra-Humanite by using Dr. Ardeen's skills to reactivate and back up all his computer systems and satellite intelligence to direct his forces. In the end, Batman located King Cobra's stronghold and defeated the Copperheads there. When King Cobra realizes that his losses are minimal, he makes an effort to kill Dr. Ardeen, but Batman intervenes to rescue the Doctor by reflecting the heat from the attack and setting up a firestorm that engulfs both King Cobra and everyone else inside the institution. Dr. Ardeen is safely removed from the fire by Batman. When Sir William finally has a chance to speak with Dr. Ardeen, he finds that she is not his long-lost love, and he is once again cursed to live by himself in Castle Bat while carrying out his heroic exploits as Batman. How strong is Tangent Universe Batman? Tangent Batman has the gift of immortality as well as the ability of spirit projection. He utilizes his power to possess his old suit of armor to transmit his spirit to inanimate objects. Sir William is an expert swordsman, thanks to his years of experience and professional training as a knight. He was proficient at one-on-one combat. Tangent Batman also has expertise in occultism. However, until his misdeeds are atoned for, Sir William is afflicted and cannot physically leave his castle. Tangent Batman has Batman armor to protect him from everything. He also has enhanced vision and flight skills. Dan Jurgens, along with his fellow designers, worked hard to evoke a distinct version of Batman while building the Tangent Batman. This included making Batman a man-bat creature as well as a veteran Second World War intelligence officer who deploys a number of agents to battle crime and injustice. After discovering that Batman also goes by the moniker of the Dark Knight, the final design was created and served as the foundation for the character. The final obstacle in developing Batman, according to Dan Jurgens, was his bat ears, which he said were necessary because if you don't use bat ears, what could you possibly do to create the notion of being named after a bat? Batman's armor was designed to seem as dissimilar from Azrael's gear during his stint as Batman in Nightfall as possible. Marvelous verdict. When it appeared like every aspect of Batman's backstory had been explored, Fantastic Comics gave the character a new setting in King Arthur's court. Fans have seen many different versions of Batman's backstory in comic books, television shows, and movies, but probably the most intriguing version was when the character was a member of King Arthur's Knights of the Round Table. Additionally, 2 invitations to take a seat were sent to the Dark Knight in this actual instance, and both occasions were really peculiar. According to the 2 distinct DC imprints Tangent Comics and Elseworlds, who released their renditions of the Arthurian legend at the end of 1998, it appears that the legend was in high demand in the late 1990s. Whether or not you're a fan of the Arthurian tales, any Batman fan should find the novels intriguing, if only to acquire a completely new perspective on the character. Just be aware that you are in for a long journey in any case. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.